Hi, my name's Len. I'm a York University grad and I'm also a living liver donor. So, a while back, while I was watching a movie on TV, I learned that you could donate a piece of your liver to someone. I had no idea that was actually possible. So, I started digging into what that was all about, the donation and the transplant process, the recovery, the risks, the benefits. One of the first things I learned, though, is that there aren't enough organs to go around, and so people, including little kids, often die waiting for that organ transplant. So even one organ would be life-saving for someone. And that's what made me decide to be a donor, a living donor. And you have to go through the surgery. And as with any surgery, there are risks. But think about what the benefits are. The life saved is far outweighs the risks to me as a donor. And so after talking over with my wife, I decided to go for it. Now, I'm a non-directed or anonymous donor. That means I let the transplant team decide, because I don't know anybody on the transplant wait list, I let the transplant team decide who needs a liver the most. They find the best person that's compatible with my blood type and my anatomy and so on. They chose a child, and since it's an anonymous donation, I don't know who the child is. I never will. And you know what? That's okay, because that part of it really doesn't matter. Now, the transplant team wants to make sure that I'm a good candidate to be a donor. So they did a ton of testing. For me, it was 6 days altogether. After that, I was given the green light, and they went ahead with the surgery at Toronto General Hospital. They took about 20% of my liver, they carried it next door to Sick Kids Hospital, and they transplanted it into that child. So now the recovery. So the recovery from my surgery went really well. I was back on my feet in about a week or so, and pretty much back to normal after, 2 or 3 months. Interesting fact though, do you know that the liver is the one organ in your body that will grow back? In my case, after 6 or 8 weeks, it's grown back to its full size. I find that really amazing. That's such an interesting tidbit of information. Now, I said I would never meet the child, and that's true, but I was allowed to exchange an anonymous letter with the child's family. And that was so amazing because from that, I learned that the child was doing really well. And that just made it all so worthwhile, right? I think of that little one every day and what a difference it probably made in their life. And how often do you get a chance to do that for someone? The thing is, everyone has an opportunity to do that for someone. What's important for everyone to understand is that there are thousands of people in Canada waiting for a transplant, and every year hundreds of them die because they don't get that transplant in time. So the more people we can get signed up to be organ donors, and I don't mean living donors like me, when someone dies, they can do so much more to help. So the more we can get signed up, the more people we can save from that fate. One donor can save up to 8 lives. That's amazing. I congratulate the efforts of Organ Donation Canada, in getting people signed up. This is so important. Please go to beadonor.ca and get on the list. Thank you.